Even though content creation can be quite a lonely game at times, there are ways to interact with other people on YouTube, one of which is content collaboration. Some people see this as a positive, others not so much. What do I think? Let's get into it. So the idea for this video came from the fact that on my Ginger Engine channel, give it a sub if you like Thomas and Friends, had quite a lot of collaborations in the month of April 2024. Here's why. There are two things that certain content creators picked up on by watching some of my videos. I'm Scottish, and I can occasionally hold a tune. This managed to combine into quite a few bits of collaboration on other channels. The YouTuber Sooty Will, give him a sub if you haven't already, asked me if I could sing a couple of parody songs for his YouTube channel, as he'd found out I had done parody albums in the past. One of which was for the two Scottish twin engines, Donald and Douglas. And then I had my usual collaborations with other channels, such as Peter Sam the Narrow Gauge Engine for his Locomotive series. You've heard me talk about the Ravaloxian Thunderbird on the Ginger Engine channel. There's a recording for a little short story for him as well. And Mr. Mindblock's Daylight Twinkle for a narration of a one-off episode, Mike versus George. This means that there was quite a few collaborations that I had to do over that month. So let's talk about the things that I enjoyed about it, some of the benefits of collaboration, and whether you should collaborate with other content creators or not. The first benefit is very straightforward. My channel and my style were exposed to wider audiences. Thomas and Friends may be a niche market, but there are a lot of fans in the community that my channel hasn't even touched on yet. And there are other channels that tap into the same market, but will have different audience members. Doing collaborations with channels means that you can not only promote your work on their channel, but you can promote their work as well. If a video does particularly well, for example, the I Would Puff 500 Miles parody did exceptionally well, it means that more eyeballs are drawn to your channel, and as a result, you might get some more subscribers, which my channel did, and I am very grateful for. So it showcases your talents to a wider audience, which can in turn lead to more views on your videos and more subscribers on your channel, and if you're already monetized, you get a little bit more money out of it as well. Another advantage of collaborations is that you can do projects that you maybe didn't think that you were capable of doing. I do a lot of voiceover work through other people's channels because I don't have the skill set to do voiceover work in episodes on my own channels. It requires editing on software that is on Roblox, which I have no clue how to work, or editing videos which are a bit too advanced for my skill set. So I would get to lend my voice to a project that I'm probably a bit too scared to do myself because I would want to do it to a high standard and I am not there yet. And one of the best parts of collaboration, in my opinion, is the friendships that come with it. They're not necessarily friends that you will meet face to face, because I collaborate with people that are on the other side of the world and I barely like leaving my house. But you keep contact with those people because of a love of a certain project and you develop friendships with them. And with those friendships can also lead to future collaborations. Now, are there downsides to collaborations? Yes, there are, but not with any of the ones that I've had on my Thomas and Friends channel. I'm more meaning channels like That Mental Ginger Show, for example. Guests are coming on my show for exposure because I had a fan base. I record the episodes, I upload the episodes. If it doesn't get as many views as I was expecting, I then get negative press and feedback about why said views weren't getting as many views as other episodes, which in turn damages my reputation. But there is also one key problem here. Those fuckers never shared it. Think about the word collaborate. It means that it's a collective of people sharing a common goal to put out a good product and give it exposure. Now, for a lot of those episodes, I was doing the work myself in terms of the exposure department. It's a 2 or sometimes 3-way street depending on how many guests you have on. They have to do the heavy lifting on their side as well, because they may not think they have an audience, but it's a broader audience than I have on my channels. And if I've been pumping out content left, right and centre, and people are maybe a little bit tired of seeing the content all the time, it does need fresh eyes to give it a boost. It was something that did annoy me about doing That Mental Ginger Show, and why I've ultimately stopped. Too much pressure was on me for very little gain. Whereas with the Ginger Engine channel's collaborations, that is what a true collaboration is about. It's a group of people coming together for a project. It may be released on one channel, but when it drops, we all share the common goal of liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Some of the 4 points that I mentioned in a previous video, which you should go check out if you want your content to have maximum engagement. So would I collaborate again? In terms of ginger hound and stuff, 100%. I am more than happy to do that. It's a subject I'm passionate about, it's a subject I have great knowledge on, and I know that I can do a good job most of the time. With other channels, I say no. Like that Mental Ginger show had to stop because the collaboration was not a collaboration. In my personal opinion, it became an exploitation. And that's not the way it should work. You all have to come together when you're trying to achieve a common goal. So if you know that there's going to be a healthy, constructive collaboration where everybody's going to do their part, by all means collaborate, because the rewards from it can be brilliant. But if you've not got a good feeling about the collaboration, if you think it's going to be just down to you to do all the work, don't do it. Trust your gut, because it takes more from you than you could possibly get back. Let me know your thoughts on collaboration. Are you for it, or are you happy doing your own thing? Either one is fine as long as you're comfortable doing it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.